Hey, what is going on, guys? Talk Norwich City here, back for our Manchester United preview. I'm joined here with Sam from United People's TV. Sam, how you doing, mate?
All right, Jack, how you doing?
Yeah, very good. You're probably a lot more confident than me and a lot more upbeat, but we're here to do the preview ahead of this Saturday's game. Sam, talk us through your sort of season so far. It seems like it's been a bit of an up and down one for you, looking out of the Manchester United camp. So, how's it been?
It's been pretty representative of the entire Premier League, apart from Leicester and Spurs. You look at our season, Arsenal's, Man City's. It's all been like a wave. At the moment, I would say we've had the crest of the wave with the Anthony Martial late winner at Wembley, sent us the FA Cup final, and then we played Leicester, 1-1 draw. We should have had a penalty in the last minute. Inexplicably, Mike Oliver gave it as a free kick. We didn't score. 1-1. Both results against Leicester this year. Actually, I felt we should have won, but that's by the by. So coming into this game, drawing with the champions now, which is just unreal. I can't be bothered to talk about that. Are you already bored of Leicester? I'm already bored of Leicester.
I don't know. It's kind of a nice story for a team like us. You're probably very bored, but it's given me hope of a European tour.
I just don't like seeing Jamie Vardy. I don't like Jamie Vardy. I like Leicester, just don't like Jamie Vardy. But I suppose coming into the game, we haven't lost the buzz of that late winner from Martial in the FA Cup. It's kind of transformed the confidence of the players. You saw what it meant to the players, and it meant that much to the fans as well. Obviously, we've got Crystal Palace now, FA Cup final. Could be our first FA Cup win since 2003, I think, when we beat Millwall, took 4-0. 3-0, sorry. So it's been a good 11, 12 years since we won the FA Cup, which I know, in the grand scheme of things, isn't that long, but for United, it's quite a long time. But heading to Carrow Road, we're still in with the top four shout. We're 4 points behind Man City, but we've got a game in hand. Our game in hand is on Tuesday night against West Ham. Last Premier League game at Upton Park. Won't be easy. But we had our last FA Cup game at Upton Park. We beat them. So I suppose we need 3 wins out of 3 if we're going to get top 4. And that's going to have to start with a win at Carrow Road if we're going to get anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, you must be really fired up for this game then, because me and a lot of other Norwich fans, it's strange actually, we went into the Arsenal game thinking that they'd pretty much nailed on top 4 and they didn't really have much to play for. A lot of Norwich fans I'm seeing in the forums and things are saying that Man United have got a big FA Cup game coming up, and the top 4's pretty much gone, but that isn't the case, is it? You're still in with a shout at top 4.
Yeah, we are still in with a shout at top. So they're City are 4 points ahead of us, but they play Arsenal this weekend. Yeah. So we're banking on Arsenal to get a result, whether that be a draw or a win. Either way, that's going to get us points. If we win our game in hand on Tuesday, that means we only need City to drop 1 point against Arsenal. So they can either draw or lose. That's a fine result. As long as City don't win. If City win, we need them to drop points to Swansea in the last game of the season, which is probably not going to happen. So our top 4 hopes will be known by the time we play, by the time the City game finishes with Arsenal, I think. And we play you first on Saturday. Obviously, we've got the early kickoff. So,
of course, it's a massive game, isn't it? With us sort of fighting to stay up and you guys fighting for top 4.
Yeah.
We've beaten you once this season. I want to talk about that because that was probably one of the best games of the season for us. Yeah, let's talk about it. What went wrong for you on that day, and how can we exploit the same weaknesses that we did that day to try and get a result again this weekend?
Well, going into that game, we'd lost away to Wolfsburg, knocked out the Champions League. Then we played Bournemouth away. And then we lost to Bournemouth as well. And then we're looking at Norwich at home going, right, okay, let's put these 2. I think this is the right order. And then we lost to Stoke after that as well. So we're coming into Norwich at home. Right, okay, we haven't lost at Norwich at home in how long? Right, this is a game where we can stop the rot and continue it. But that game was so appalling from our point of view. Like we sat back off you. We let you controlled the game at Old Trafford. Yeah. And we hadn't seen that before, I suppose, against Norwich. And you just played us at the right time because United were in a real mess at that point. And obviously we went on to lose the next game as well, lost 4 consecutive games. And it was at that point where fans really started to turn on Louis. And the momentum has recovered in waves, but it's come back. We've had the Liverpool Europa League really drained fans. We had Sunderland away as well. We lost there. So there's been games since then which we've really sucked momentum out of us. But finally coming into this game, we're in a bit of real consistent momentum. We won 4 and then we drew against Leicester. So we're unbeaten in the last 5. And we should be confident coming to Carrow Road.
Yeah, I suppose my last question really is, before we get onto the score predictions, is 1, the Manchester United players we need to look out for, and 2, what are your strengths going into this game? Is it attacking? Is it defending? What is it?
our strengths right now are Marcus Rashford and Anthony Martial.
Yeah.
They're the two youngsters that have really lifted United onto their shoulders and carried us through this like tail end of the season. You can see it in how they play. I mean, Rashford's goal against West Ham was just absolute mustard. It was top bins, and it was something we've seen from him since the start. You know, came in against Midtjylland, scored two against Arsenal, made Demichelis look like a grandpa in the derby, and then just did that against West Ham. He's 19 in October, so he's not like he's just about to turn 19. I think he's still in sixth form. So for him to be doing what he's doing, it's brilliant. And we've got Martial as well, who was in for a player of the year shout for United. He didn't win it. It was David De Gea, but he's got 15 goals and 7 assists this season, and he's been playing mostly on the left wing because I think he's only played up front maybe 4 or 5 times. And when you've got Martial on one wing, and you've got Rashford up front, and you've got Rooney. Rooney's playing in some sort of central midfield role. If you can expose Rooney, you'll have some real fun because Rooney's great at doing his Hollywood passes, but he's not a central midfielder. If you give him too much time and space, he'll run the game. If you press him down, he'll shit his pants and pass it backwards.
Yeah. Okay, finally, score prediction. Score
prediction, I think we should have too much for you in attack. I think defensively, if you can... We're so bad at defending set pieces, it's painful. It happened against Leicester as well. Rojo, if he's playing, you need to isolate Rojo because he's going to be the way you're going to have most fun. He's a terrible, terrible defender. Wes Morgan just made him look silly. And I think, I think you will be playing for that game. If you can get those free kicks and you can get those corners, you can really hurt us. But our pace on that counter-attack and our general pace and quality in attack right now is looking really, really good. So I think we're going to have plenty of chances. I think there probably will be goals on both sides. I think I went for 2-0 when I said it on my channel. I'm going to stick with 2-0. I do think you might score, but it all depends on how good we can defend set pieces. If we can pull our fingers out, we'll keep a clean sheet. If not, you'll have some fun.
That's interesting to hear, actually, about the set pieces, because obviously we've got Robbie Brady, who's probably one of the best set piece takers in the Premier League, I'm going out there and saying.
Good old Robbie Brady.
Good old boy. So hopefully we'll get some joy there. That is why I'm going to stick with the 2-2. We will definitely not keep a clean sheet because we are useless at the back.
I like that.
I think we might have some goals in us. So I'm going to go for a 2-2. Anyway, go and check out Sam and my preview over on United People's TV. The link to that will be in the description. Head over there and say that I sent you. Thanks very much for watching, and see you later.
Take it easy.